Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video I'm going to be talking about the Zornhau, which is shown in the Lichtenauer system. And the Zornhau is basically a powerful diagonal cut, usually done with a step to the side, okay? And it can be done either from the right side, okay, or it can be done from the left side. So that's the Zornhau, and this is kind of a bread and butter shot in the German system. And in this case, basically, I'm ending up in, basically I'm starting from this high guard, which they call the Van Tag, and I'm ending up in a low guard, which is called the Alber. Okay. If you were basically, if I was basically to meet your sword, and basically this pole over here represents your sword, I thought that'd be a good way to kind of get you guys involved in this. If you present your sword or if you strike at me, what's going to happen is as I make this cut, the two swords are going to meet. So I'm not going to actually get all the way down here. We're going to meet from here, and then the fight is going to continue from there. Okay. Now in the Lichtenauer system, basically you typically do this with a slope step, which is a step to the side. Okay. And the reason for this is because if I stand straight in front of you and I make this, cut, right, which meets your sword, what's going to happen is if I push forward, you can see how my sword is going offline without any chance of hitting you. However, if I step to the side, okay, now my point is online, I can thrust, or if I happen to come in closer, I can cut. So what's happening in this system, this part of the sword over here is blocking, while this part of the sword up here is attacking. Okay, so with the two-handed weapon, you're always blocking and attacking in the same motion. To only block is basically a wasted motion, because it's kind of like a game of checkers. You take a turn, the other person takes a turn. You take a turn, the other person takes a turn. So what you want to do is ideally you want to take two turns for every time you go. Okay, so the way you do that, instead of going attack, block, what you want to do is you want to attack and block in the same motion, okay? So that's the Zornhau shown in the German longsword system, okay? And it is a bread and butter shot. You're almost, when you're fighting with two-handed weapons, you're always going to present your sword here as you attack, because you need to defend yourself. One of the concepts in the Lichtenauer system is that the sword is also your shield, okay? So you're depending on your sword to block you as well as attack for you, okay? So I'm going to put this down now, and we're going to talk about how this relates to the SCA fighting that we do. Now, I'm going to use the heater shield for now, because ideally I wish I had a like a kite shield or some type of a shield with a diamond top. But what I'm going to do with the heater shield, I'm going to actually point this shield the corner up, okay? And basically what we're trying to do is we're using it differently. We're using the same cut, okay, which is basically a diagonal blow, okay, but the purpose of that is basically to match the angle of this corner, okay? So the way you would be holding your shield, I basically would be trying to match your right corner, okay? So so basically with my corner up, I'm making this diagonal cut to try to match this corner over here and strike you, okay? Now this is, sometimes I'll also use this against a lefty. With the lefty, a lot of times, the lefty is typically fighting like this. What I'll try to do is I'll step in, I'll make that cut. What I'm trying to do is basically I'm trying to bind their sword. I'm making this diagonal cut to bind their sword against their shield, okay? And then basically from there, I'll go to the other side, okay? So that's how I typically use this type of a cut. It's a Zornhau cut, and I'm either trying to make that diagonal cut to match the angle of the shield, or I'm trying to bind the weapon on a lefty. Now sometimes I can also do it against a two-handed fighter or against a polearm, but that's typically what I'm trying to do with this. I'm either trying to bind the weapon if there's a weapon on that side, or I'm trying to match the angle of the shield. So there are some ideas on the Zornhau, which again is a bread and butter strike in the German longsword system. Usually we'll use it for a different purpose unless we're finding a lefty, but it is definitely something that we use. If you got any comments or questions, please post them. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Talk to you guys next time.